That's light blue.
So what's this week like? What are you doing this week? What are you getting accomplished?
The first thing was after that game to get some rest, and so we took Sunday off and Monday off, and then Tuesday they came in and fundamentals today and yesterday, and then tomorrow's all Iowa. So we'll do a coordinators practice, which means the two coordinators on each side of the ball will be here, and everyone else is on the road, and it'll be just 2 hours of Iowa, and then run them pretty good. Then they're out of here, and they're back Monday morning early, 6 a.m., and get ready to go.
Without a game, do you have to do anything extra to get their attention, or?
Yeah, it depends. Sometimes you do. Unfortunately, I haven't felt that. Yeah, sometimes I've had to do all kinds of stuff, but no, I like this group. They're kind of professional, the way they handle the business.
You mentioned the offensive line yesterday in the conference call. What has been the most impressive thing to you about what the line's done this year?
Oh, well, I mean, I think we're in the top 10 in the country in rushing, and that was out without one of our running backs for 3 games. So, I mean, they block people, and they do a good job. The first game wasn't good. That was very disappointing. But since then, they played pretty good, and they're who we are on offense. And that's a good place to start.
Roby, did you think Joey Bosa, obviously he was pretty highly recruited and stuff, did you think he'd have this kind of impact?
No.
Just talk about what you've seen out of him.
No, he's an impact player, and I've never really had a freshman D lineman.
Yeah.
You know, usually a corner or receiver, or even a running back can step in and play and all that. But his future is kind of silly around here if he keeps going.
Yeah. What stands out about just his efforts?
Oh, he's just so strong. He torques people. He's I want to say benches 225, 30 times, some crazy number, and he uses it. You know, some guys are real strong and they don't use it, but he's a long levered guy, and you can tell. You know, his dad played for Boston College, played in pros, and he's Kumro's cousin, and so it's a big football family, and you can tell that football has been in his life been in his world his entire life.
You look exasperated after the game the other night. Obviously, the nature of the game probably lend itself to. Do you need a week like this? Does the coaching staff need a week like this?
I think we did. Yeah, that was. You know, we've had some injuries. You know, CB was that still is not settled yet. You know, that was a stinger. And then Jordan Hall not being. Those are 2 juice players that were yanked out of your lineup in the locker room, and that's the worst part of this whole game, and that takes a toll on people. But yeah, I mean, I felt like they came at the right time.
Is Von Bell
you want your players to get away from football this weekend, enjoy family?
Yeah, that's I just had that conversation. You know, some people see a bye week to go act like a jerk and over a weekend, and that's not what bye weeks are for. It's to your body has been. You know, football's a tough, violent contact sport, so your joints and your shoulders and everything needs a break. That's what it's for. But to come back 8 pounds underweight or 8 pounds overweight and not at least watching football, and that'd be a disgrace. And I'd have a real problem with that. So there's a weigh-in Monday morning, and they better be right on the dot.
Could Von Bell get more involved?
I hope so. You know, I asked. You know, he practices good. He's got talent. You know, I challenge our coaches to get him ready to go play, and it's not because of lack of effort or anything like that, but we got to get him in there.
You said that's not settled. I mean, obviously, is that spot sort of up for grabs as you go through?
Pitt did pretty good. Mm-hmm. You know, Tyvus is the most talented of all of them. And then you got Von Bell's extremely talented too. So you got 3 guys. You'd have to ask Coach Withers. You know, I don't think it's completely settled, but Pitt certainly is going to play.
I asked you this last week about Bradley. You know, had kind of a tough game against Wisconsin, but he also made some plays. I mean, the other night he had his hand in on 2 touchdowns because he caused a bad lateral there at the end that Joey got. But he also had some. What do you talk with him about over the next 2 weeks?
Well, I've talked with him a lot. He's a guy that, there have been a lot of distractions in his world. I've coached guys in his situation before, and it's relentless. Probably the people out there that are in his ear and do this, do that, do this. You see it around college football, and the best thing he can do is become a great practice player. And usually the correlation, not usually, it's a perfect one. When you have a great practice player, usually plays great. And he's improved his practice habits.
Coach, is he physically 100%?
Roby?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
His back hasn't bothered him at all.
I don't think so.
6
What are
games
the
in.
6 games? What are the things that you feel that you need to improve on? That you need
Pass
to work
defense is something that I'm a little. I don't want to say upset. I'm just with something we've made a conscious decision to stop the run, and as a result, sometimes you leave people on islands and you don't have the same focus in the back end. That's who we are. We've won a lot of games doing that. Now we have to improve the other end of it, and we're working as a staff very hard at it, and we have an excellent staff, so we'll get it done.
Is the Jordan Hall thing, is that a serious situation, or his tweak knee or whatever, could it linger, or what can
I just don't know enough about it. There's a joint issue in his knee, that's all they've told me, and so they're working through it, and he actually did some stuff today. So I'm hoping we get him back
Did you
soon.
see Dontre Wilson
Yeah,
playing
Dontre's-
a bigger role the
yeah.
last half? I mean,
Yeah.
and talk about that. I mean, is that a guy that has to, I guess? I mean,
Well, he's got to become a football player. Right now, he's a novelty. You know, he go out there and run the swing pass, throw it to him.
Yeah.
No, he's got to go out there and block, and he's got to, you know, he can't just every time he's in the game. And so that's that's why he didn't play much Saturday. So we're working really hard over the bye week to make him a football player, not just a hood ornament that shows up out there all the time.
6 weeks in, things gone according to, you know, the script for you. Things gone the way you thought they would 6 weeks into it.
Oh, I don't know. I've learned a long time ago. Don't worry about what is today, Wednesday. So let's have a good Thursday tomorrow. And, you know, because football is so fluid as far as injuries and issues and stuff. And you know, just look around ESPN.com and it's just all over the place. So I had no idea. I didn't even think about Game 6, Game 7, whatever we're on.
Thanks, Roby.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, Roby.